Well, clearly dissatisfied with just 3 names out of 700 in the black money list disclosed by the Modi government today, the Supreme Court has now put the government on notice in this high-profile case that has taken centre stage right through the election campaign as well, refusing to modify its earlier order to the government to reveal all names of foreign bank account holders. The Supreme Court today asked the Modi government to submit every single name on that list by 10:30 tomorrow morning. The Supreme Court said that it does not matter if confidentiality is breached. Supreme Court wrapped the centre's dilly-dallying on provision of names of all of those on the black money list. The centre now has been instructed to put all of those names into a sealed envelope and provide it to the Supreme Court by 10:30 tomorrow morning.
The court prima facie did not agree with the government that there is any need for modification of that order. The court also told the government that it must disclose all these names that it has received from these countries of account holders to the court tomorrow. The court also said that these orders were passed in open court after hearing them. Thereafter, a review application was filed that was also that did not contain this prayer, etc. And now, therefore, there is no reason for modifying these orders.
Well, the government has put up a brave face in the face of the Supreme Court order after the Apex Court's rap on not disclosing all names in the black money list. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has come out to say that the centre is not interested in protecting anybody and will follow the court's order, not that it has a choice. The Congress, meanwhile, using the opportunity to lash out at the government.
सन 2011 में ये कहते थे कि DTAA का कोई बाध्य नहीं है भारत सरकार कि वो नाम रिवील नहीं कर सकते, वो बहाना नहीं चलेगा। आज क्या ऐसा कारण हो गया कि जो लॉ मिनिस्टर 2011 में एक बात कहते थे, वही लॉ मिनिस्टर बनने के बाद में अब उनकी कानून की व्याख्या दूसरी हो गई। तो हमने कहा कि पूरा का पूरा पैसा, काला धन भारत के अंदर आना चाहिए, जैसे कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने चुनाव के दौरान वायदा किया था।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट का हम स्वागत करते हैं और आज एक उम्मीद बंधी है कि पहले कांग्रेस वाले और अब बीजेपी की सरकार बनने के बाद बीजेपी वाले काला धन वालों को बचाते हुए नजर आ रहे थे, उनके नाम नहीं डिस्क्लोज कर रहे थे। जाहिर है कल पता चला कि जिन लोगों के नाम काले धन की लिस्ट में हैं उन्होंने दोनों पार्टियों को चंदा दे रखा है। तो आज का जजमेंट बहुत स्ट्रांग है और आज कोर्ट ने भी कहा कि ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कि ये बचाते हुए आप इनको नजर आ रहे हैं काला धन वालों को।
Let's go get a word in from our executive editor Javed Ansari. Javed, it ends up looking in the public's perception like the government was trying to reveal a certain number of names and the Supreme Court has pretty much just stepped in, wrapped it on the knuckles and said, we will decide what needs to be investigated and how it needs to be investigated. You just give us the names.
Yes, Shiv, as things have played out, the government is looking extremely silly. It's embarrassed because the finance minister a couple of days ago said that if the names come out, the Congress will look embarrassed. And then the names that came out failed to create any ripples. So therefore now the government has taken, the Supreme Court has taken control of the investigations, and whatever revelations are made henceforth, the credit will go to the Supreme Court, not to the government. And it also curtails the government's elbow room for giving out names or selective leakage of names. And that's why you see the Congress appears to be a lot more aggressive today than it was earlier, because now there was a lot of innuendo and a lot of insinuations being made of certain bigwigs from the Congress being involved in this. And now, after yesterday's names and today's developments, the Congress is saying, look, I told you so. This was the BJP was indulging in a politics of blackmail, and this will come to an end.
All right, by 10:30 tomorrow morning is the amount of time that the government has to submit a sealed envelope with all those names to the Supreme Court. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has said that they will comply with the court order, so all of those names will be out. Thanks, Javed, for joining us on that story. Well, political drama in court. The sparks flew as the centre and the Aam Aadmi Party made their arguments today, and the Supreme Court wrapped Delhi's Lieutenant Governor and the Modi Sarkar. The centre has told the Supreme Court that the President had given his nod to the Lieutenant Governor's plan to invite the BJP. It told the court that it had no power to dissolve the House as it was a political matter, not legal, and that it had no power to examine the President's decision. But the Aam Aadmi Party countered that by saying that any arbitrary decision can be reviewed by the Supreme Court. It argued that the process to form an alternative government was just a ruse to delay the process and that no government was possible as the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress were against it. The bench then pulled up the Lieutenant Governor and Centre for the never-ending delay. It questioned why no decision has been taken for 5 months, and with that wrap, it agreed to hear the Aam Aadmi Party's plea to dissolve the House. Well, are fresh polls on the way to end the Delhi deadlock? Is that what it's all going to be about? Will the people of Delhi finally get some clarity about who their next administration will be? The Delhi BJP is still holding its cards close to its chest. These developments came hours after the centre informed the Supreme Court that the president has given his consent to the Lieutenant Governor's offer of inviting the single largest party to form the government in the national capital.
हमारा स्टैंड जो 3 महीने पहले था वही आज भी है। हमारे स्टैंड में कोई चेंज नहीं है, वही स्टैंड हमारा आज भी है। हमारे पास स्थिति आएगी, हम उसका आकलन करेंगे, समय आने पर उसका जवाब आपको जरूर देंगे।
जितनी फटकार सुप्रीम कोर्ट से सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को, एलजी साहब को, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पड़ी है, मुझे लगता है अब अगर थोड़ी सी भी शर्म बाकी है इन लोगों के अंदर तो ये तुरंत विधानसभा दिल्ली की भंग करेंगे और दिल्ली के अंदर चुनाव कराएंगे। ये साफ जाहिर है कि दिल्ली में आज अगर चुनाव होते हैं तो बीजेपी बुरी तरह से हारेगी और आम आदमी पार्टी की अप्रत्याशित जीत होगी। साफ जाहिर है, ये बड़े दुख की बात है कि लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर महोदय, उपराज्यपाल जी, वो संविधान की रक्षा करने की बजाय, संविधान के हिसाब से चलने की बजाय एक पार्टी के इशारों के ऊपर काम करें। एलजी साहब ने आउट ऑफ द वे जाके लिखा कि बीजेपी को एक मौका दिया जाए। एलजी साहब को अचानक क्या सपना आया कि आज मैं बीजेपी को मौका दूं? राष्ट्रपति महोदय ने उसको फॉरवर्ड कर दिया होम मिनिस्ट्री को। सरकार ने, उन्हीं की सरकार है बीजेपी की, उन्होंने डिसाइड किया, कैबिनेट ने डिसाइड किया कि चलो हम अपने आप को इनवाइट कर लेते हैं। उन्होंने प्रेसिडेंट साहब को लिखा, प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने आगे फॉरवर्ड कर दिया। प्रेसिडेंट साहब बीच में पिक्चर में कहां से आ रहे?
कि हम दिल्ली में किसी पार्टी को सपोर्ट करने वाले नहीं है। बीजेपी से हमारा वैसे ही कोई लेना देना नहीं हो सकता। भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिस तरीके से चुनाव से बचने की कोशिश कर रही है, जब उनके पास नंबर नहीं है तो इस तरीके की बातें करना इज सिंपली अ मॉकरी ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी।
Just a few kilometers from the national capital has left the police in Sonipat completely stumped in Haryana. On your screen is the entry point to one of the most daring bank heists in recent memory. Burglars dug a 150-foot tunnel to break into the strong room of the Punjab National Bank branch in Sonipat in Haryana, just a few kilometers from Delhi. In an operation that must have taken months to mount, the incident came to light after the bank opened up after a holiday on Monday. The planners knew that this building next to the bank usually remained empty, and the thieves used this to their advantage. Digging a 150-foot long tunnel across the road, the other end of the tunnel opened up inside the locker room of the Punjab National Bank's local branch. Over the weekend, with the bank closed to business, the robbers went about their task and at great profit. 89 lockers were emptied by of their contents by persons who affected what is called an unauthorized entry into the bank premises. The Haryana Director General of Police has announced a 10 lakh rupee bounty for any information that leads to the arrest of the wanted criminals.
हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं, टीमें बढ़ा दी गई हैं। इसी संबंध में सीआईए हैं 2 मेरे पास सोनीपत के, एक एसआईटी है और एक मेरी टेक्निकल टीम है जो साइंटिफिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन में अच्छा जिनका काम होता है, वो सभी लगे हुए हैं और इसको जल्दी से हम फाइंड आउट करके और लेके आए।
स्ट्रॉन्ग रूम का हम खोला जैसे ही तो हमें दिखाई दिया कि कुछ अंदर हुआ है। हम वापिस आ गए और उसी टाइम हमने सिटी थाने जाके एक रिपोर्ट कर दी। अंदर काफ़ी लॉकर टूटे हुए थे और अंदर जो है ना अंडरग्राउंड उन्होंने सुरंग बनाई है, बहुत लंबी चौड़ी सुरंग, कई दिनों से लगे हुए होंगे।
नुकसान का कितना पता लगा?
नुकसान के बारे में कुछ नहीं कर सकते।
Moving on now, in an interview to a regional channel, DMK treasurer and party chief M. Karunanidhi's son, M.K. Stalin, has hinted at the possibility of his party sewing up a grand alliance for the 2016 assembly election. Stalin has praised NDA allies Vaiko and Anbumani Ramadas in an interview and has gone on to say that the people of Tamil Nadu will see a change in the days to come.
கலைஞர் முதலமைச்சராக பொறுப்பேற்ற உடனே முதல் அறிவிப்பு டாக்டர் ராமதாஸ் அவர்கள் என்ன சொன்னார் என்று கேட்டால், தலைவர் கலைஞருடைய வேலைபளுவை குறைக்க மு.க. ஸ்டாலின் துணை முதலமைச்சராக பொறுப்பேற்றால் தவறில்லை, அதை வழங்க வேண்டும் என்று முதல் குரல் கொடுத்தவர் அவர்தான். தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஒரு எதிர்க்கட்சியை, ஒரு சர்வாதிகாரம் இருக்க எதிர்க்கட்சியை இப்படிப்பட்டவரோடு சேருவது ஒன்றும் தவறு இல்லை என்பதுதான் என்னுடைய. ஆக ஒரு தாய் கழகமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய திராவிட இயக்கத்தினுடைய ஒரு மூத்த கழகமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த கழகத்திலிருந்து சென்றவர்கள் தான். ஆக நாங்கள் ஒரு கோணத்தில் போராடுகிறோம். நாங்கள் போராடுகிற அந்த களத்திற்கு துணையாக அவர் ஒரு களத்தில் நின்று போராடுகிறார். அதுதான் வேறுபாடு, அதுதான் வித்தியாசம். ஆக அவரை பொறுத்தவரையில் நான் என்றைக்குமே அவருடைய உழைப்புக்கு, அவருடைய அரசியல் பயணத்திற்கு, அவர் செய்யக்கூடிய செயல்பாடுகளுக்கெல்லாம் நானும் அதை பார்த்து ரசிக்கக்கூடியவன் தான், அதை வரவேற்கக்கூடியவன் தான். ஆக அப்படிப்பட்ட வைகோ அவர்கள் இன்றைக்கு பொடா சட்டத்திலிருந்து முழுமையாக விடுதலை பெற்றிருப்பதற்காக என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களை கூட அவருக்கு நான் இந்த டிவி மூலமாக தெரிவித்துக் கொள்ள விரும்புகிறேன்.
And the wedding reception of PMK leader Anbumani Ramadas's daughter tomorrow might well turn into a political event. It will also be attended by BJP chief Amit Shah along with Vaiko and Vijaykanth. Sources say Stalin is planning to bring all of them together to form a grand alliance against Jayalalitha. The BJP is not sure of joining hands with the DMK, but regional parties want to come together to defeat Jayalalitha's party.
She pampered herself by buying a pair of shoes.
We partied a little bit that night, but the next morning I went and I got some shoes, more shoes, and but I think after winning a title like that, you deserve to spend it and spoil yourself a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe binge eating and just.
I didn't have anything that day. I was saving myself to come here and have ghar ka khana. I mean, the first thing I did last night was have dal chawal.
Oh, so mostly when you win, what you crave for is ghar ka khana.
Yeah, I mean that's something that we don't get the luxury of eating a lot.
Sania's family is now looking forward to spend some quality time together. Stealing moments to take selfies together, the immediate plan is to watch Shah Rukh Khan's Happy New Year a second time.
I'm actually looking forward to catching up on Farah's movie, which is Happy New Year, which I promised her that I will watch as soon as I came back. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a few days off of not doing anything, and yeah, and that's it really. I mean, and then play the IPTL in a month.
We are rarely together as a foursome, and when we do get a chance, I think we take a special pride and enjoy every moment that we get together. Well, maybe go out for dinners, and maybe just go out and spend some time with
Watch Happy New Year.
Well, yes, so half of our family has already watched that, so maybe we'll go and watch that again with her.
What would Sania Mirza do now that she has a bit of a break? She has plans to encourage tennis and other sports in Telangana, a state that she is a brand ambassador of. The state could do with that initiative by the Hyderabadi Hurricane. With camera person Damodar, Ratnika Sharma in Hyderabad for Headlines Today.